No, wait.
Boom! Just gonna do that.
Wow, that's
Chicka, 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 chicka. Good day.
Okay.
I don't know what I just did.
No, just go back.
There we go.
There you go.
Good day, everyone.
Okay, don't touch anything.
Don't touch nothing else.
Please.
Yeah. Hey, how is everybody doing? Welcome to the show. I am your host. I am Dean. It's my partner,
Fernando.
And then we have a guest today, right here in the middle. Mr. Chris Viera is here because he's got time off from Best Buy. And he was like, hey, I want to drive the 6 to 7 hours to come see you guys.
Yep. You're crazy.
And I was like, okay. But the reality is, no, he didn't come just to see us. As special as we like to think we are, he came down. He went even. You went to Miami, didn't you?
No.
Oh, you didn't. You just came.
No, I came straight to Tampa.
Oh, you got family in Tampa.
My dad, yeah, my dad.
Yes, his dad. See, his dad listens. It's just a big coinky dink. Remember that word? Coinky dink?
Quinky.
Yeah, that was before your time.
Probably.
Do you remember coinky dink? Yeah. Coinky dink. It means
Short of
coincidence. Huh? Coinky dink. It was a different time. It was a different time.
Okay.
We had more fun. We could say things like
Probably,
that.
yeah.
Well, now that I think of all the weird words, like, do me a favor, guys. Some of you guys are dads. Some of you guys are of the right age. Just drop down. Give me a couple words that you had to ask what they meant.
Okay.
Because, like, there's a ton of them. I just go, like.
Clutch is a good one.
Clutch is a good one. Spilling the tea. Spilling the tea.
What does that mean?
Give me the details.
Give me the gossip.
Okay, so
spilling the tea is gossip.
What is the first
gaslighting? What was the one you said?
Clutch.
Yeah.
It means something dope, like something cool, something good. It's clutch.
Clutch. Yeah.
Okay.
Gaslighting.
Say kick it in the clutch.
Did you know gaslighting?
Gaslighting, no.
So gaslighting is when I'm just like basically blowing smoke up your ass, but doing it with a straight face. So it's like, are you gaslighting me, bro?
Okay.
Yeah, something like that. I think.
What's up?
Yeah, I know. I had to ask about that one.
Yeah, exactly.
Too. Riz. Still don't know.
Charismatic. So if you're charismatic, you have Riz.
Damn, dude, we got.
Really?
Dude, ask why Chris is here. Apparently,
yeah, you go. See,
so you got
he's got the 411.
You're a charismatic person.
He's got the deets. That means details.
Wow.
Yeah.
The deets. Deets means details.
Oh, the deets. I would think something else. You got the deets, bro.
No.
Okay, never mind.
I was just trying Riz. Yeah. Bussin'.
Bussin', yeah.
What is bussin'?
Something that's real good. Like if the food is amazing, it's bussin'.
So, because to me, like getting bussed is, or if you say backed over me with a bus. So to me, I would assume bussing is like when someone just like runs you over. Boop, boop, boop. Oh, dude, did you feel that when you ran over my back? Yeah. Anyways,
if you tell me buzzing, I would be like,
another one.
What?
No cap.
No cap. What is that?
It means not lie. Not a lie.
Not what?
Not a lie.
Not a lie.
No cap. Okay.
Anyways, this is Car Stereo Talk. Thank you for participating in the fun that was. If you have any questions, go ahead and get them in. We're going to get through some of the entry to this really quick before we get going. We do this small little page called the 12 Volt Clean Wire Club over on Facebook.
Yes.
Are you familiar with the page?
Yes, I was featured on it one time.
Were you?
Yes, I was.
Yes,
that is so cool. I hope that's my goal is one day to be featured on it.
Nah, you wearing socks.
I know, my wife does suck. Anyways, every Monday, Fernando scours a page, and this Monday is no different. Let me get rid of this Fang. Hey, Fang. Thank you for playing along. Do you know who we have here? Give it a try.
His name is Caretaker Tony.
Okay.
Tony? Caretaker, yes.
Okay.
Cool.
Caretaker, yeah. Caretaker Tony.
There you go, right there. In the bottom, it has his signature.
So, I don't know how the rest of you guys feel about this, but when I saw this post, I was kind of happy that Fernando put it up there because there's a couple things on it that just, like, immediately, like, looking at the picture stuck out to me. I'm a big fan of saturation. Like, I would have edited this so many different ways so that it would have, for one, I would have had my tools in there, but I get it. But I love oversaturated photos.
Yes.
Which is, if you guys have ever seen my photos before, you can pick up on that. So when I saw this, I mean, it was like, oh, there's so much color with the greens from the capacitors, the orange, the reds, the blues. It's just like a bowl of Lucky Charms. Lots going on here, which I think is cool. And then the small details, like he has the orange RCAs with the orange zip ties, little things like that seem very trivia. We've talked about that before many times, getting red and black zip ties.
Yeah.
Which we do have red zip ties now.
Yeah,
we had to order them.
We have to order them for the Jeep.
Yeah, we had a Jeep with a red roll bar with no padding. And we had to put wire up the side of it. I was like, this is gonna look dumb as all get out.
With all black zip ties.
With all black zip ties, so I ordered red zip ties to match. We had that kind of time. No, we had Amazon. Anyways, hey, congratulations, up Angel. If you'd like to be featured on the 12-Volt Clean Wire Club, all you have to do is not suck and post a picture. And the 12-Volt Clean Wire Club is brought to us by the fine folks at Kenwood. That's right. Kenwood is sponsoring the show. Did they have anything we're going to be finding out about later this week?
Right now, we check it out, the new radio.
Oh, the new,
the new
have
radio.
One.
Yes.
So we're going to be doing the unboxing next week.
Click on the link on the...
Dude, it's a really neat radio. But anyways, that's where it's at. We'd like to thank Kenwood for being a sponsor. And if you want to know more about Kenwood, don't go to kenwood.com. Go to Kenwood US. Just type in Kenwood USA.
Yeah. KenwoodUSA.com.
Because believe it or not, Kenwood does more than just car stereo. They do these cool walkie-talkie handheld things, and it always screws me up. Anyways.
That's right.
So, yeah, head over there. Check them out. They make 3 lines here in the U.S. We have regular Kenwood, Excellent Kenwood, Excellent XR for those that know no bounds and have wallets to spend it.
Yeah. There you go.
Devin, what do you have?
Regular Kenwood, 9705.
So sad. You need to meet somebody. So it's whatever, dude. What's up, Rob?
I need an XR.
You need an XR soon.
Hey,
what's up, Bobby?
I think he's gonna see you soon.
No, I'm not. The girls will see him soon. I will not be. Anyways, the first segment here is going to be brought to us by the fine folks at Thinkware. You can find them at thinkwarestore.com. And if you've never been to thinkwarestore.com, let me just bring this up here real quick. This is thinkwarestore.com, where you can find links to and comparisons on all their dash cams. They have quite a few to choose from. But definitely check them out. Head over to thinkwarestore.com and check it out, because it's getting crazy out there, guys, and we don't want to be the only ones with cool dash cam video.
Yep.
It's amazing. You could become super popular on TikTok just by driving like an idiot and recording it, or catching other people driving like idiots recording it. That alone should be reason enough.
That's what I want to put a dash cam and just put it up.
We're going to. We need you. You need a new windshield.
I'm gonna drive like an idiot.
You drive like an idiot now.
Okay, so never mind. I'm just gonna put the
dash cam, man.
We just need your windshield.
I just
replaced.
needed, yes,
yeah,
correct.
So maybe the next windshield they bring won't be cracked. And dude, they show up. He's got a cracked windshield. Okay, and it's a bad one. It's pretty huge.
It's not that. It's like this.
Anyways, so they bring a windshield last week, and it was cracked. Like, well, we can put it in if you like. And he's like, why would I have you?
Yeah.
Why? So you can take it back out again? Like, come on, guys. Like, don't be so stupid. Vids helped me install a Key 200.4. Fantastic. We're going to be doing a whole series of Key videos over the next couple months. I was just on a cruise. I had a really good idea for a video that we're going to do tomorrow for you guys to have later this week. But other than that, we're just going to spotlight some more installation desktop data videos like the one we just did last week, so you guys can kind of get a cool idea of what these things can do for you. 5-star car stereo. I recorded some custom soundstage position tracks with snare, drum. Oh, okay. Can I email a link for you to download? Yes.
Yeah, for sure.
You think of what is it? Car stereo talk at yahoo.com. So car stereo talk at yahoo.com. I'm really tired, guys. I'm really tired. Okay, and I will forward them to you, because I know you. I could see it in your face, even though I'm not looking. I am technically, because you're in front of me. But yeah, I will forward them to you. Thank you. I look forward to checking them out. And if they're yours, that means I can use them. What's up, Clint?
What up, my friend? Thank you so much for everything you do, brother. I mean, he's the one that put up with a lot of people.
All right, so Fernando's going to put us up a question here, and we're going to have a good time answering it. Any thoughts about the Sony XK162 ES components? They're supposed to be high-res audio compatible. Okay, so Chris, let me ask you this. Are you familiar with the high-res compatible criteria?
I believe it has to play over 45K kilohertz?
40, 45, something like that, yeah. So there's a couple other things. They have to be sounded, meaning you have to send the product to the high-res society, and they have to supposedly listen to them to make sure that they actually do what they're capable of doing. You have to pay a membership fee, and you also have to have holdings in Japan. I don't know how Audison is doing it, but I'm guessing they bought a little corner. Like I'm a duke, right? No, what am I? I'm a lord. I'm a lord. I'm an English lord because I have
my lord
plot of land that I got in England. Not those weird plays. I legit England. Haley sprung for the big dope. Anyways,
that's so cool. That is cool.
So I don't know if they were able to do something like that. It's not important, but either way, those are the things that do it. Now,
in 10 years, you're gonna pay a lot of money in taxes over there, bro.
Probably will. But still, I'm a lord. You can call me lord if you like. So first off, do you guys do any Sony speakers?
Just the regular bass Sony.
Just the regular, not the ES. Okay. So the GS.
Yes.
Do you like the GS?
They're okay.
They're okay. So I've had some people refer to the GS as actually being better than the ES. We got to hear, when we were in Atlantic City, we got to hear ES and GS compared up against R and S.
Yep.
This sounds like a bad episode of Sesame Street. Anyways.
The whole alphabet.
What was your thoughts?
I
think they sounded better than what they were going up against.
Correct. No, definitely. I mean, they put out a good demo.
Yeah, it had a great demo.
And you can definitely hear the difference between both lines. So I was like, oh, wow. I was into the GS.
A lot of people like the GS.
It's surprising how good they sound. You know.
So my biggest complaint with the ES is the tweeter, because it's big.
It's really big.
It sounds good.
Big. Yeah, but it's so big.
But the tweeter is it's
and in order to make it small, you have to really break it apart to get it out of its mount, which I think is. I figured by now that was something they would have fixed. Like Audio Control had that with their first run of tweeters. By their second run, they had it fixed so you could take it all apart and just small tweeter.
Yeah. For some reason, the Alpine S. The Alpine S, you could break it down.
Well, dude, but Alpine R types you've always been able to freaking and then just parts, like Rocket Raccoon, the whole thing down to pieces. But as far as high res goes, we actually have a set of Catazarias, which are pioneers that a dude that was in the military that lived in Okinawa, Japan, and they were $49. He thought it was funny. He sent it to us to be everything here is high res. So I'm sure they are. What that means to you and I, probably not much. Probably not much at all.
It's a cool little badge to have. Say, they're high res.
I liked when I grew up. Everything said digital.
Yeah. Okay, so the next shirts that we're going to have
should say high res.
Have to put high res.
I would have to make it not look not like Weird Al Yankovic it, so it's not say
you
high
put
res.
High res.
I could put high risk.
No, not risk. Riz.
No.
Anyway, or just want to get high. Anyway, something other than, because I don't want to get in trouble. Oh wait, I thought you were on vacation. It was just a weekend. It was just a weekend of dude. It was like going to one of our a fest or an expo.
Yeah.
Because it was just dude, it's 1:00 in the morning and I'm sitting on the boat up on the deck watching Pirates of the Caribbean one night, and then I think Cruella de Vil the night before. Haley had never seen it. We got roped into it. So it's 1:00 in the morning. We're sitting out on the boat while all the other guys are working, cleaning stuff. Mm-hmm. And they're dumb. They have a movie on, so I'm going to watch it. And I'm just then of course, million stairs, because I don't take the elevator. I hate the elevator. And so I'm like, oh my God, one more set of stairs. Anyways, we're back.
All right.
Okay, so next one. Who's the fool?
Hey,
The thing, he just came back.
Exactly.
which one of the three?
What's up, Mr. Vega? He was out at the Sundown show this weekend.
Yeah, I saw the pictures.
Yeah.
Where was the show?
It's like Carolina, Virginia, somewhere with a south or west in front of it.
Okay.
I don't know.
Crazy?
We'll find more out about it Thursday when we do our recap
See
show.
what's going on.
So, yeah.
There you go. Talk about you.
The LC2i and Keylock are not the same animal. Frank, you and I are on the same page. You may or may not learn more about that later this week. Just saying. They are definitely not the same animal. Hold on, let me pull this one up before you pull up the next one. I got my first and second SQ demo yesterday. Holy crap. Definitely need that for some good direction. Miguel Rios' Mazda. Oh, yeah.
And Angie latest Toyota. Outstanding stuff.
Dude, Miguel Rios's.
They sound good.
Dude, no.
Sounds
let me
good.
tell you what.
Yeah.
Those are the loudest Morels I've heard in my life.
Yeah.
Like, he scared me. He goes, dude, you could crank it up. And I go, I thought I was. And he goes, yeah. And I was like, whoa, okay, don't do that.
What kind of Mazda?
It's CX-9 or CX-7. It's the SUV. He's not a car like you.
No.
But he has Piccolo tweeters up in the A-pillars. And then he's got the carbon...
The 9.
Yeah, he's got the 9. But what is that series?
Elate?
Elate, yes, thank you. Elate carbon. So it's a big Piccolo tweeter, 4-inch in the dash. They pulled the whole dash out of the car, put the 4-inch in the corner. I was like, okay. 9 in the bottom of the door. All ARC audio amplifiers.
No, the 9s are here.
Yeah. Well, yeah, whatever. The sides.
You have to remove the dash to put the 9s in there.
Yeah.
It's crazy.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, because the newer Mazdas have the speakers.
And then he's got like a 10 or a 12 in the kick, or in the passenger front floorboard.
Yeah.
And he's got two free air 15s in the back.
I got 2 15s and a 10 in the front floorboard.
Yeah.
But
Mazda guy. His is crossed over at I think the 15s in the back pay from 40 down. 10 to 40. Down. Yeah, you should up it a little bit. Have you played? Have you heard the Jurassic Park Dinosaur Lunch? I think is what it's called.
No. Dinosaur Lunch.
Oh,
download it,
dude! You got to listen to Dinosaur Lunch.
I'll put it.
Dude, Dinosaur Lunch. It's literally just this dinosaur, Jurassic Park style, just
in his car.
Oh my god,
dude! That was insane. That was great.
We're really putting over Miguel here. I just met Angie. We've run into her before. I just met her the other day. I have yet to hear her car, so I don't have anything outstanding to say about that. Looks really good. Jeff's put a lot of work into it. Our good friend Chris over there has put a lot of work in that. That's Chris, the other Chris, a lot of Chris's. So many Chris's. I get no credit for the Chris's that I know. I'm just saying.
No credit.
You just got to go through the front door. Yeah. Go through the back door. I mean, we'll just knock.
Let's just move.
Let's go to the next question. Have you ever installed Tesla style radio Scream
in a vehicle?
Do you guys do white box radios?
Nope, I do not.
Does Best Buy do white box radios?
It's up to the installer if they want to do it or not.
Okay.
Oh, really? So
yeah, we can if it's in a dash kit, we can install them. Yes, we can, but I don't.
Okay.
So you decide if you want to install it or not?
Yeah.
Okay.
Well, I mean, they don't sell it, so I mean, it's always a question.
No, but I mean, it's like.
Yeah, I mean, I'm not too.
I'm the manager, bro. You're gonna install it.
No, our management staff is good. If we don't feel comfortable doing an install,
that's great.
Whatever,
because it's gonna bite you in the butt.
No, that's what I'm saying.
They don't want loss.
Some of these people are like, no, man, this is my money. It's commission or something like that. I don't know.
No,
there's no commission at Best Buy.
No.
I'm telling you, there's no commission at Best Buy.
No, we have some discretion.
That's what killed Circuit City.
Yeah.
Well, there's probably in the Magnolia store. There's probably some commission, right?
Certain positions in the store.
So it is a commission.
Yeah, but it's not like Circuit City where you used to walk in and everyone there was a used car dealer or a new car dealer. New car.
All right, this is it.
Okay. Any news on Rockford? Read it, please.
Rockford Fosgate Power Series 3-way component speakers.
I have the T3 2-way, and I'm interested in upgrading to a 3-way. I like very bright sound and loud any input. All right, so here's the funny thing. There is a 3-way set that does exist in Rockford. It was only made for, this is where the fun comes in, right? This is where it's like, oh, you suck. Do me a favor, kill the thinkware.
Yes, sir.
It was only made for the European market. I'm sorry, the Asian market. It was only made for the Asian market. We have seen them. We do know what they look like, and there may or may not be some in a demo car of theirs that they will never tell you they're in because they did not bring them here in the United States for many reasons. One of them being that it's a really big speaker that isn't going to fit in anything. As far as the 3.5, it wasn't really a 3.5. It was like 3 3/4. So it was odd. But they are out there, and you probably could find a pair if you look not very hard. As far as what the future holds, we found out Friday we're going to be at SEMA with the fine folks at Rockford Fosgate doing audio stuff. We honestly have no idea what we're looking at yet, but suffice it to say, they're bringing us back because they wanted somebody that knows audio. We'll see.
That sounds like fun.
That's what we're going for.
I don't know, but yeah.
Yeah, I mean, as soon as we find out, we
won't tell you.
Let you know.
We'll tell you after SEMA.
After SEMA, of course.
Yeah.
When is SEMA?
November, first week in November. Last week of October, first week in November.
So,
yeah.
Oh.
Yeah.
I don't know.
For sure. One question for the only Lord in the house.
That's Dean.
That'd be me. Why and how amps change the characteristics of how a stereo setup sounds. Example, audio control sounds amazing versus Infinity sounds okay for the same price, and why? As a Lord, I'm going to ask my...
Esquire would be appropriate.
Esquire? Or Squire? No, that'd be a knight. I'm going to ask my town folks here, my pilgrims.
Constituents?
I don't know.
Yeah.
I'm a knight, bro.
Dude, it's been a really long day.
I'm a jester.
I'm a knight because
okay.
I'm kind of dark.
So let's pose the question. This is a good question, by the way, because we'll get to the because in a little bit. But basically what he's saying is why do all amplifiers sound different? I mean, technically 1,000 watts is 1,000 watts, right? 50 watts is 50 watts?
Sure.
Can we all agree that it's not?
Yeah.
Okay. So in a general sense, what is the consensus on why amplifiers all sound different?
A lot of it has to do with the way the amp is built, the components inside, the damping factor of the amplifiers. There's a lot.
He threw out damping factor, that one word.
Boom.
There's a lot that goes into the sound quality of an amplifier.
So we'll learn a new word today. So suffice it to say, it's the topology of the amplifier.
The topology, yes.
Okay, big word.
Topology.
Yeah, you never did. Yeah, topology of the amplifier. Okay, so we have the you
Write
don't.
it down.
Sorry, you may have.
Topology.
We have the privilege of knowing some really good engineers out there, and I trust me. One of the goals of my life was to meet and talk to engineers because they always have, for one, they hate on everybody. They're a fun group of people. They're just like,
I don't think they hate on everybody.
Everyone, dude. Look,
it's
engineers,
just like
everyone else's stuff sucks. Tell me, you tell me I'm not right.
It's just the circle is.
I make good stuff. You make sucky stuff. That's just what it comes down to. But no, really, what it comes down to is each engineer has their signature way of designing products. So even like Moscone, that's up on the wall behind you, you have a Pro Series, you have a 1 Series. They're basically the same amount of power, 70 to 100 watts by 4, and they sound totally different just because of the way they were designed, the parts that they use, the components that are inside of them. So even in similar price points, like your audio control to your Infinity, they do sound different. A lot of that is what we will call, in layman's sense, the salt and pepper of the amplifier, meaning all things created equal, this is how they sound. Now, one thing to keep in mind is that all Class D amplifiers have some form of a DSP built into them because they need equalization to fix the train wreck that's happening because it's a Class D. Inside of that, you can do all kinds of neat stuff. Create the sound signature of that brand. Now, you've installed radios for a very long time. Mm-hmm. You've installed radios for a very long time. When I was installing radios years and years ago, when you guys were still dreaming of, I want to one day become a car stereo guy. We sold a lot of Alpine and Kenwood and Pioneer. And I would always tell people when they came in, hey, I want to upgrade my radio. I'd be like, what do you have? And they would, I have a Pioneer. I was thinking about going with Kenwood. And I'd be like, no, because they sound totally different.
Yeah.
And what makes a Pioneer sound to you good is going to be what makes a Kenwood to you sound bad. I think the difference is lessened a lot now, more so than it was back then. But it was just always hilarious how different, even if everything was set to 0, they always sounded different. And it was crazy. So, yeah, it's just what it is.
Even today, just different series of, let's say, Kenwood.
Yeah.
Some sound better than the other. I mean, obviously you got the XR stuff that has the premium components inside. It's going to sound a little bit better than the regular one.
Well, yeah.
But then you got the entry-level ones that don't sound as good as the higher-end ones. So
I like to call it right column shopping.
Mm-hmm.
But then we went to a website and they screwed it all up and they were doing left column shopping. And I'm like, who does left column shopping? It doesn't go high to low. It goes low to high.
Yeah.
I don't know, that screwed me up the other day. Speaking of buying cool stuff, hey guys, Audio Control, that's right, those guys. They're coming out with the new Altitude series amplifiers to pair up with their P and W speakers. That's right. We're just going with the whole tallness because there's mountain ranges over where they're at from the Pacific Northwest. If you haven't checked out the new Altitude amplifiers, have you seen them?
Yeah.
They did do a really good job of like, hey, we got these. So if you have not had a chance to check them out yet, head over to audiocontrol.com and check them out. See if it's something you might want to add into your system.
That is correct.
And no, we have not got our hands on them yet. We're anxiously waiting for them so we can start playing with them.
I like the design of the amp, the way that he's sing kind of.
Yeah, the whooshy thing.
The whooshy thing. They look pretty now. How they perform, that's when I get my hands on it, we'll know.
Yeah, for sure.
Hold on. I actually have.
All right.
Yeah, go ahead.
Thank you for the $2, man. Alpine 670 with the KT 450.
That's the little amp.
Mm-hmm.
S2 or the Sony AX 7000 GS. Thank you. Which one you like? What kind of combination?
I would go with the Sony.
You go with the Sony?
Yes.
There you go. All right, same thing. I would go the Sony.
Yeah.
Yes.
Oh, there it is.
Obviously, with the other one, you got the power pack, but that
little thing
it's gonna be like
it's gonna be a better starting point as far as the radio goes.
Well, the reality is the power pack, because that's not that was the bigger 50-watt by 4.
Yes, the KT.
45.
450.
Yeah. That wasn't the 455U.
No.
So that amp can actually be added to any radio.
Yes.
Like we used it we used it in the other day. That saved the day for us. We had to put that on something.
We put it in a 2-channel, remember?
Yeah, we bridged it to 2-channel. Oh, and the Porsche. We used it in the Porsche on the mid bass.
Yeah.
We had a Porsche come in that had a dead amplifier, and the factory amplifier is very similar to that of the Toyota, in that it's a high level input and an amplified output. And we just needed a small 2-channel amplifier to power up the 2 front mid bass, because the radio was going to power up the 4 smaller speakers. But anyways, I'm going to 3 on the Sony. It's a lot against Alpine. Let's just leave it at that. Ask me in another year how I feel about that radio.
At least that model. Let me think.
You have an Alpine. No, you had an Alpine. Did you have an Alpine?
No.
Oh.
I'm the one with the KT.
I know, but I thought you had an Alpine.
No, I didn't have Alpine.
You just have those 455U projects. Yeah. Okay. Give us another one, Fernando.
Another one?
Yeah.
Okay. Do you guys have installed on the AP4CH41 video on a Dodge Ram Charger from beginning to the end? Can't find nothing on YouTube with the Charger.
Yeah.
Everything is on the Ram.
So the reality is they're the exact same install. Okay, they're the exact same install. You pull out the screen. If you're just wanting to know how to get the radio out, I'm sure there's a video showing you how to get the radio out. But other than that, it's the exact same install. There's nothing different. What kind is it?
Charger.
Is the exact same?
Yeah, the AP4641. Yeah.
So it's funny though that they mentioned that because remember the other day we had an older one in here, and I go, dude, we haven't done a Chrysler in forever.
Yeah.
Like they just dropped out. I don't know what it is.
Wasn't that the one that was here earlier?
No, that was just a radio install. We were doing an amp install in a Chrysler. We haven't done them in forever. I don't know why. They just fell out. It was very strange.
And the charger is easy to pull
the charger is
out.
an easy car to install.
Yeah.
So, there you go, man.
Audio Control D61200 turns off and back on when the bass hits hard. I'm running RCAs through the audio control amp to EQ, bass amp protection, calls for DC offset. Have you had that issue? Okay, hold on. Protection.
Control D61200 turns off.
So the D61200 should be DC offset to turn it on if it's going RCAs through the audio control amp. Okay, so all right. The sub amp should be getting turned on from the D61200 because if the remote turn on can be an output going off to that. But regardless of any of that, what I would suggest is voltmeter, right? We need to get a voltmeter on that amplifier and see what the heck is going on. A nice voltmeter that has min-max or set up on it, meaning it's going to show you the lowest number that it hits.
Yeah.
That way you can actually physically see it dipping. And then play your bass and see what happens when it's cutting off. Because all right, this is a simple one for you. There's 3 things that cut an amplifier off: battery voltage, impedance, and proper ventilation. That's it. It's got to be one of those 3 things. What that means in layman's terms is it's not getting the voltage it needs. It's going into thermal protection, which is probably not. Or
the impedance is too low or the speaker's shut.
Correct. There you go. That's it. It's got to be one of those 3 problems. Work the problem. Don't get worked by the problem. Oh.
I like that.
Yeah. It's probably something that like Beulah has said at some point.
What do you say?
I said work the problem. Don't be worked by the problem.
Work the problem.
Yeah.
Don't get worked by the problem.
That's fantastic.
Okay. The one thing people do when they AB amps is not return for the inputs that are different. This can add to why things sound different. Yeah. I just think it's engineering. Translation of what makes a Pioneer sound bad makes the Kenwood sound better. You guys are bad.
Did you see what you posted up there? Rob?
Oh, Rob. Rob comes in. Defend your power pack, Chris. Build.
Build Chris, yeah.
Yeah, no, everyone knew what I didn't say, right? Yeah, it's all good. I'm tired. Yeah, I've said that. Hold on. Hey guys, when I increase or decrease bass, it sounds scratchy in my bass knob.
Scratchy.
So, do you have a electrical contact cleaner at the shop?
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah.
I used to. I think we used it all finally. There is a stuff called electrical contact cleaner you can get on Amazon, or you used to be able to get it at your local place, but there are no local places anymore. Maybe try picking up a small can of it's an aerosol, like hairspray used to be. And it's just electrical contact cleaner. It might spray it. There might be a dirty bass knob.
It's made by CRC.
That's probably one of the
contact cleaner, yeah.
There you go. So check that out. See if that helps. Otherwise, you may want to replace your bass knob. Could
it be that his actual bass sound is getting scratchy?
I mean, I'm just reading off the question. I mean, if it is the bass sound scratchy, then
that's a bad sub.
That could be bad sub. I was going for the simpler.
Yeah.
Like I don't want to do an open heart bypass if I don't have to.
Yeah.
If I can just hey, take a couple pills, see what happens. I'm looking to install a Bluetooth crossover that claims to have 9-volt output voltage. Is too much output voltage a bad thing sometimes?
If you're referring to the Dayton DSP, it is.
So, yes, it can be. Because, all right, so let's talk about inputs, outputs, carburetor full soot. Get out, push, freak, push. Anyways, let's talk about inputs and outputs for a minute. So, as you know, like we have a head unit that'll put out between 4 and 5 volts of output. Some put out 2.5 volts. The idea is that the amplifier now has a gain knob on it that is either set to high level or low level, and it'll have a range, right? So what is the average range of low level input?
Low level, I think 6 volt to 0.2 volt.
6 is probably high. Usually it's 5. But
5.
But then a low level typically will go up to
a low level up to 4, right? Low level input.
I'm sorry. I mean
low level input.
High level.
High level. Okay.
Oh, high level.
Yeah.
Usually 6 volt to like 16 volts on a normal amplifier. Some have 40 volt inputs.
Yeah.
But it depends on what the amp is.
So where all this is going is that there's a certain voltage that the amplifier can take successfully. And anything past that will just be seen as overclipping. You're driving too much signal into it. You'll clip the input on the amplifier. But usually what that means is that in the DSP processor, there's a level control to allow you to turn it down.
Yep.
So just because it's capable of something doesn't mean that you're going to be putting all of that out. You're going to voltage match the output of the DSP with the input of the amplifier. The nice thing is that because the DSP has so much voltage out, you can turn the gains on the amplifiers all the way down, 0, and then put enough voltage into them so if they can take a maximum of, like he said, 6 volts, you can run a decent amount of voltage input to them so that you can keep the gains low, thus reducing the amount of noise potential in the system. So yeah, give it a go. I don't think it's crazy. It could be nice. Right?
Yeah.
It could be nice.
Could be nice. It could be a disaster.
It could be a disaster.
So many things in life. Hey, I'm going to pull this guy up
Go
here.
for it.
It's that time again. Next sponsor. Next portion of the show is brought to you by the fine folks at Arc Audio. Oh, yeah. Have you guys been to arcaudio.com? I know. But you still got to go because it's a fun place to be. Speaking of DSPs, the smallest, tiniest little cute DSP is pictured right there, which is the PSM Pro. If you have yet to see that, it's pretty awesome. It'll work in what I like to call the trifecta of doom, meaning it can be high level, it can be low level, or it can be iData AR compatible. Yes.
It's all in one, huh?
Other things that are cool too is Maestro is now shipping the A to B adapter for Fords. And I know what you're saying. Well, it's the great thing about it is it's got RC outputs on it, so I don't need. So here's the cool thing: it's data controlled, so you can come out of the A to B into this via Toslink and digital. And guess what you'll do? You'll retain your fader on a Toslink. It's unheard of because it's going to digitally do that inside of the DSP. That's right. You can even do that with a Blackbird as well. And some of you guys are going, wait, what? Well, yeah. Moving on.
That's new information for me.
I know. Hi.
Dean.
Yes.
I got a question.
Yeah.
I got to install a Kenwood DNR 1007 XR.
Wow.
When using HD radio, only some stations show the album. And some are in HD on 2018 Toyota Tundra. Thank you. Thank you for your time.
Do you know the answer to this question?
So that all has to do with the radio stations.
Boom! Yes.
In my area where I live in Destin,
yes,
none of the stations are HD.
Because they're lazy.
Yep.
And they don't want to pay for it. If you have an HD station in your area and they're not showing the album artwork, the problem is that most of these stations don't even realize that they're broadcasting in HD and that they could be putting this stuff up. And so you may want to call the station and not the hotline, but call the actual station, reach out to the station and be like, hey, you guys going to activate this? In some cases, it's just a matter of them going, oh, I didn't know, and going click. Because all that stuff is there for them. It's not the radio, it's the station. Because all the radio is a receiver. So it's receiving the data. But yeah, that's what it is. Pretty silly. Dean, I've been asking you questions about 15 microfarad caps on Instagram. It didn't pop. It worked. But when I tested the polarity on everything, the tweeter gave me red, green, no matter what. Why? That's physically impossible. You might not be close enough. So I mean, the reality is that if you hook it up this way and it goes red, red, green, if you hook it up this way, it's got to go green, green, red. There's no way it can't. It's like it would never not do that. As Ada says, that makes no sense. Yeah.
Now, one of the issues is if your polarity tester is running out of
battery,
it could be popping wrong.
that can pop in.
So two things will give you a false read.
Mm-hmm.
Low battery, like you said. Boom. That's cool.
Mm-hmm. Happy birthday.
And if it is too far away from the tweeter. It's like if it's behind a grill and it's too far away, and it's
too far away or too close. Sometimes you put it like really close to the grill. You cover the microphone.
Yeah.
So just go a little bit, 2 inches, 1 inch, and then try to play around.
Make sure also the source level is loud enough too. If the tweeter's not popping loud enough, it might not register right.
Yeah.
There you go.
Such a good radio. Well, you see who it is, right?
Yes, of course.
Yeah.
I mean,
what's up, Josh?
I don't know. I don't have one, so I have a 1057. I'm non-GPSed.
Earlier in the show, I said I need a Kenwood XR.
He lives up by you.
He does live up by me.
Yeah, I know. Yeah. You want to babysit for him?
Sure. Trade him for a Kenwood.
There you go.
Ada says my vote is battery. Yeah. I would think again. I would yes. Yeah.
What?
Hold on. Yes. Thanks again, guys. Order the Sony AX7000 with the GS components, the GS2A for rear doors, going in my Honda Element.
Very nice.
That ought to be really nice.
Nice.
Yeah, you should like that. And if you don't, it was his fault.
I'll take the blame.
Oh, geez, wow, look at that. PSM, Petite Signal Manipulator. That's actually really good, Fang. I'll pass that along to Brad and be like, hey, check this out. Okay, go ahead, Fernando.
Okay.
What about the speaker wire connection with the amplifier system? Where do you connect them on the CH or APCH41 harness? Do you have to run speed cable?
Speed wire.
Yeah, to the amplifier. Okay, so when you're dealing with a Chrysler, you have amplified systems and non-amplified systems, correct?
Yes, sir.
So if I have a amplified system, where am I getting my speaker wires?
If you have an amplified system and you're installing a radio?
No, I'm installing an Amp Pro.
You're installing
APCH41.
Where are you getting your speaker wires?
Yeah.
From the amp.
Factory amp.
From the factory amp.
So in the box, it has a harness in the box.
A harness.
Yes.
Yeah, so you just unplug the factory amp, click, click, boom, all your speaker wires are right there. Now, if I'm putting it in and I have a non-amplified system, where am I getting my speaker wires?
Behind the radio.
Yes.
And
True.
they sell a harness that will give you, T-harness that'll give you the wires.
Well, no, it's in the box. It's in the box.
Oh, it comes with a...
Yep. Just doesn't have the length of wire. They do sell a 3-meter set. No, 5-meter set. They sell a 5-meter set of wires, but you'll get your wire. So when you open up the box, it's a big T-harness brain. There's a clip. It says all this is explained, and it's really simple. So it's like if you non-amplified, like you said, you're just gonna clip it. You're clipping into there, and you're gonna run speed wire back to your amplifier. If it is, you're still pulling the radio out. If it's amplified, you leave it connected. And over in the corner where the amplifier is, underneath the driver's dash, you're going to have all your plugs there and all your wires are going to be. And then on the sheet of paper that it comes with, it'll say, look for your car, and because it's car specific, and it'll be like, this is this, this is this, this is this. And you can tap it all and grab all those. And then you're going to run speed wire back.
Yep.
Now keep in mind, in the amplified system, everything is
2-ohm?
amplified.
I
was looking for easy.
Yeah.
Whereas, so what that means, what does that mean? So
then you have to bypass the factory amp.
Well, no, what I'm saying is if I have an amplified system, my 3.5, my 6x9, are they on the same wire?
Oh, they're on separate channels.
They're on separate channels. Whereas if I have a radio,
it's on the same channel.
Non-amplified.
Yeah. Non-amplified, sorry. Oh, okay.
Yeah, I didn't see where you were going.
I know. I was trying. They're getting tired and just kind of
all right, guys.
Working the problem.
It's Sony 9500 ES or a Kenwood 1057 XR.
Well, let's compare and contrast them, shall we? Very similar. The 9500 is supposedly has the new features of like the GS9. So supposedly it has a high res chip in
The
it,
best DAC.
the best DAC in it.
Mhm.
So that's a plus. That's not that the Kenwood, they don't tell you what they have in it, which is kind of sucky.
Yeah.
However, it is capable of decoding a lot of the high res
Correct.
stuff.
Yep.
Neither one of them are toslink output, so that's kind of a bummer. The Kenwood does have in the DSP portion of it, it does have special features, or like I call added features, where
Yeah.
you have the elevation of the mid, the elevation of the tweeters,
The front stage.
all these little magic
yes.
buttons you can press. So as far as like simple setup goes,
Yeah.
the one thing about the Kenwood that I think is cool, and you may agree with this, is you can literally just answer all the questions. What size speaker do you have? What size subwoofer do you have? What size tweeter do you have? What type of car is it going into?
Mm-hmm.
You can just answer all these questions and walk yourself through the setup of the radio.
Yep.
Now, when it comes to the EQ, different. The Kenwood has a 13-band EQ. That's global.
Yep.
However, it is what's called source tone adjust, which is a really neat feature in that you can have a EQ setting for radio, one for CD. I don't know if the Sony will do that or not. But the Sony does have an advanced EQ in it.
Yeah.
So you do have independent equalization. However, just when you think that's a plus for the Sony and the Kenwood, you have the option to turn on the parametric EQ. And then with the parametric EQ, will give you front, rear, sub, not left and right, but front and rear sub, as well as 13 bands parametric. We're going to...
Sony, if you don't want.
Sony does not have HDMI.
No, it doesn't.
And Josh, of course, is going to be like,
Cast.
am I wrong? Yeah, he's going to cast his vote for the 1057 XR.
Okay, I just want to say, I love the Sony just because it has that chip of the high quality. I don't know what the Kenwood has, but what I love about the Kenwood is the knob. The knob
It does have a big knob.
It does have a big knob.
That's like
Now, another thing to
It's
consider
amazing.
is the physical form factor of the units. Like you said, the Kenwood does have a knob. The screen is a little bit bigger as far as physical footprint. And then you have the radio brain
the
itself.
characteristics.
Well, no, I was going to say the radio brain itself. The Kenwood is a double DIN, full-size double DIN, whereas the Sony is a single DIN.
No, it's more vivid. Kenwood, it has
The
a lot of
display is-
color.
If you're
It
going to be
looks
doing
so nice.
if you're going to be doing iData integration,
Yes.
Kenwood will always have the best
better
iData
better,
integration.
yeah. And Sony's like, it's just
Sony
black and
is
white.
going to be very bland. So,
Yeah.
yes, when you're talking about a light show of fun and
Yes.
excitement and sparklies, the Kenwood has way more sparklies.
100%, yes.
That's one of those personal things. So a lot of these are just like, decide what you like.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, at that point, you.
Yeah, if you like vanilla,
decide.
you like vanilla. If you like Rocky Road,
I like everything.
no.
You don't like anything.
I like
You're such a
everything.
liar. This guy's such a liar.
I like HDMI. No, I don't.
I was gonna say, no, you don't. He's like,
I was gonna say, when have you used an HDMI in the
Never.
past 5 years?
Never. He's such a liar. Hey guys, it's that time again. This next quarter is brought to you by the fine folks at Focal Dash America. That's right. Do you have a car? Does it have speakers? Probably the answer to those two questions are yes. Would you like to make your life simple? I do. So maybe head over to Focal and check out the Focal Inside line of speakers. Why do they call them Focal Inside? I don't know. But the cool thing is they have plug-and-play speakers already all set and ready to go from most major brands out there. What you're seeing up here is the Tesla plug-and-play set. So if you have one of those, it's just as easy as like click, click, boom. If you have an F-150 or any type of Ford, they have a bunch to choose from. And then if the Focal Inside doesn't get it, you have Focal Integration Series, which is the next step up and allows you to add in all those others with using simple to mount, shallow speakers that won't get in the way of any motors and windows or anything like that are inside of the door. They're all designed around ease of installation.
I love the flags.
Of course you do.
Yeah.
Everybody loves the flags.
Yeah.
Brand new battery, mid-bass driver, and coaxials pop green, green, red, but the tweeters are red, red, green. I flipped the wires and still red, red, green. I tried pulling the mic away from the tweeter and the grill, and still. So
Makes absolutely no sense.
no sense at all. Some of these manufacturers actually they flip the polarity on the tweeter. A 12 dB crossover, but as soon as you flip
the wires,
it should give you a different.
Yeah, it doesn't make any sense.
I've never seen.
No, I got nothing.
Flipping the wires.
I got nothing. Other than the reflection on the windshield, maybe they are in there. I don't know.
It would still, even if it were reflecting off the windshield, it would pop.
Well, so the reflection off the windshield is easy enough to do. If it's up by a windshield, you just put a towel up in there and just do it that way.
But still, I mean,
we've only had to do that a couple times.
You're flipping the wires.
Yeah. I'm just saying, it doesn't make any sense.
I'm sorry, man.
Yeah, you got me on that one.
They reversed the polarity. They reversed the polarity on the couplings. It's all gonna die.
Just do this. Okay, they agreed. That.
Hold on. Do you stand behind your review of the JBL spare tire sub, or has something better come along? I don't think we've ever actually reviewed the JBL version of the spare tires. Did we? No.
Maybe I think it's a Diamond Audio one, didn't you?
Well, no, I'm trying to think. I think we did talk about it. We did put it in one car.
Which one?
The JBL spare tire sub. Yeah, we did the amplified one in your car.
That was the first one that we... Yeah.
So, since we've done that review, there has been some developments in that field. One of the major ones is they make that available without the amplifier inside of it and allows you to go with an external amplifier. We've had way more success with that one than we have with the amplified version of it. There are also a couple other manufacturers that are buying that subwoofer from somebody. Right now, I have one. I have the Diamond Audio one. I have the Diamond Audio 11-inch subwoofer, non-amplified, in the back of Haley's car. Super impressed with that. I feel they're all very similar. But yeah, right now we're using the Diamond. Pretty happy with the output performance. I'm getting that. But yeah, I would recommend going with a separate amp and going that way. It's way more exciting.
Separate amp?
Separate amp.
Okay.
Ada did do 4 of them in a build. Yes, Ada did 4 of them in a build in a car, and it was pretty neat. Finally got to see it.
Yeah.
But yes, and then Ada
the
really
install was
too.
okay.
Yeah. No comment. But yeah.
Yeah.
I have the high pass set to 5K. Yeah, that shouldn't matter because, I mean, all the Focal stuff is always set to 5K and it works just fine. That's just so strange.
Yeah.
It is.
I mean, if worst comes to worst, pull the tweeter out, put it on the bench, take a little 9-volt.
Test it there.
Test it there.
That's just crazy, man.
Yeah.
It doesn't make any sense. Either that or whatever. I mean, I'd be curious what polarity tester you're using. Maybe the polarity tester can't test something that high.
Possibly.
It could be a frequency range issue. Like we use the PT9A Plus, but the cheaper one that we had forever,
the Metro one.
Sometimes
no.
I have it right here.
Yeah,
you have it?
It's little.
Yeah.
You know this. If you're using the little goofy guy minus the 5-stroke, it might not be able to.
So,
work
for example, if you drop that one over anything, the microphone doesn't work the same.
That actually makes sense.
Yeah, that would be the only other thing I could think of.
Oh, what I have with the pack one. The pack polarity test. Old.
Yeah, that doesn't actually test polarity. That just creates it. No, you can use it to move a speaker up.
No.
It doesn't do actual polarity. You need a PT9A Plus.
I got one.
Well, there you go. I figured you did it.
Yeah.
How could you not? Okay. What do you got?
I was trying to.
No, that's okay. Take your time.
There you go. Right there.
Any tips for running? Hey, this is you right here. Any tips running 0 gauge down chassis, then into cab? Thanks. Temco wire. Yeah. Okay. So the Temco wire. So really, this is going to depend on the car. But
what kind of car you have?
Funny you should mention this because we were just talking about this today. Yep. Where you have what kind of car? Tell the story.
It was a 2017 GMC Yukon, and literally there's no space outside the rug or between the sill plate and the rug. No space. So you literally have to pop all the covers off the plastic covers that run down the side. You have to pop all those off to get that wire to fit through there, all the way down to the back, which means you have to take the whole side of the car out. It wasn't fun.
Yeah, and like on the older GMCs, you would just pull the black little wire plastic trays that they used to have, and you'd pull all those out and zip tie the wires up together so that they wouldn't be flopping around.
Or even the Ford F-150s, they have a big track. You just got to cut the tape and
you got to cut the tape and tuck the wire down in. Or I like to separate them sometimes and run the positive through the thing and the negative through the not thing.
But down the chassis, I've only done one car through the chassis because
Sierra. So that's basically what you're talking about.
Yeah,
it's Sierra. So you got to pull those.
Sierra.
Oh yeah, you can do it. You can do it on the inside of the car. It's just very difficult. You literally have to take the B pillar panel off. You have to take all the kick panels all the way back, and you could get it, but you have to take the tape off of all those plastic coverings that are down the side, and one run of 1/0 will fit through there.
I got nothing, bro.
He likes his spare tire diamond. Yeah, it's nice. I
Non-Amplify?
Yeah, that's gonna stay in Haley's car.
That's nice. She liked that, right?
Yeah. Well, she gets her whole trunk. I mean, we're gonna put the Morel in there just to let it play out for a little bit. Sure. But she's like, I don't want another box. She loves that thing.
Oh, dude. When we put it in the Infinity, I was like, it was great because you open it, you don't see anything.
I mean, I can make a call. I can get us another one. Yeah. Just put that in your car and be done with it.
Oh, I want like 4.
Josh, have a wonderful week.
Yeah. No, that was a Sage built a box for a Mustang.
Yeah.
It has 4 12s.
Oh, yes. I know what you're talking about.
That was 4 12s.
It was 10s, I thought.
10s? Sure. It was 4.
Yeah, either way.
And 4 10s or 4 8s?
No, they were 10s.
I don't know, 8s, 12s.
It was 10s.
Whatever.
Dude, it was 10s.
But it looked cool.
Yes, fantastic. Anybody got anything on an Impala? I got nothing.
On the Impala? What happened with the Impala?
Yeah. Any tips on doing an install on Impala?
Just a radio,
take time,
straightforward.
Yeah.
You know, radio straightforward.
2001 Impala.
Some of those you have to relocate the radio. So there's a couple of years you have to relocate the radio.
I don't like pulling the radio out from that. You got to remove the whole thing. Mm-hmm. Bye, Josh. Love you, buddy.
And Jim says you can run 3,500 watts
on the Impala
in his 2013 Impala. So there you go.
See?
There you go. It can be done. It can be done.
Can you run 3,500 watts?
I don't know. Well, he says he can.
Yeah.
My Mazda says no.
I mean, the reality is most cars are going to say no. 3,500 watts is a lot. I mean, but we all want to put giant amplifiers in there. So here's the thing. Here's the big secret. When you go buy these cheap, high powerful amplifiers that are supposed to put out, let's say 2,500 watts or something like that, the reality is most of them are not doing that anywhere near that, like not even close to that, like with the battery voltage that the car has. When we have to dyno some of these for some of these manufacturers that are like, hey, can you dyno this for us? And we're like, yes. We just merely do it for the jokes and the laughs and the fun we get to have at that. But we have the snap-on battery charger that's designed to jump a car with like 560 amps of current for that long, which is all you really need on a dyno to get it to do it. Have we used it to jump the batteries on these to get a dyno correct? Yes, we have.
Yeah.
And that's like 700 amps of current draw to get it to do basic
exhaust noise upgrade.
Yeah. With electric. So what was the company that did that at SEMA?
Borla
exhaust.
That was audio control.
Yeah. Borla exhaust actually had one at SEMA 2 years ago. That was pretty neat. You'd rev up the gas pedal and go, whoa, whoa, whoa. I had 6x9s, and that was pretty cool. Yeah, it was silly.
Yeah.
I mean, hey, why not? So yeah, I mean, you could do it. I mean, why would you not? All right, so here we go. Install a Sony double DIN stereo and a Chrysler Pacifica.
Run. Don't do it.
Oh, Lord.
Okay, so I'm going to put this one up here on the page. So you guys are asking a lot of install questions. Let me hide this. When it comes to install and actually putting things, you need parts in order to do that. Here are the places we go to find parts. The top 3 are what most radio installs. Metraonline.com is going to have the most resources, finding the parts that you need to do cars, followed by PAC, followed by Maestro. However, I actually do that in opposite order. I go Maestro, Metro, PAC, or Metra, Maestro, PAC. One of them is going to, now if you have an oddball European car, you're going to want to look at Spiral, and then some of the Lexus, Lexus and Toyota are the Beatsonic stuff. But this is it. Take a screenshot. This is where you want to look to find all those cool parts to make your life better.
Yeah.
And very important, follow the instructions.
Never follow the instructions. Only losers follow the instructions.
Oh.
And that is not my phone. It's on silent. That is my watch. And that is Bill Frog calling me right now, which he'll have to just wait.
Okay. I
What?
don't think you will be able to change already on the Pacifica. Yeah.
What year is it?
It's a 2024.
No.
You can't change the radio in Pacifica. 2024, not a chance.
No, I haven't checked.
No, you
But
can't.
I don't think so.
I don't think so.
Yet.
No.
So.
No.
But
Why would you want to?
The
Yeah,
input that
probably
place.
That's where you would check.
That's where you can check if they make some form of a dash kit for your car. Now, if the 2024 Pacifica is just basic, I get it.
Yeah. I still don't see that.
Yeah, I don't think so.
If I could learn to type.
We're checking. Things is low.
Well, yeah, because, dude, the room is still moving. Is that
Pacifica.
Chrysler Pacifica?
Correct.
What?
Now, you can add amplifiers and change your speakers and the whole 9 yards, but I don't know if they make
nothing.
They got nothing. There's no way to put anything in there.
Yeah.
Now, if you want to add, like you said, if you want to add amps and subs and all that, that can be done. But not a radio.
AR? Nothing?
There's nothing. No,
It's not.
there's nothing.
There you go. So, sorry.
Huh.
Kind of looks like the Dodge.
Look for RR at SS.
Yeah, no, I'm just seeing what is.
No?
I don't. Give me a minute.
Hey, very good.
No, nothing goes up that high. It
Nope.
only goes up to 2022.
2023.
There you go.
And
2022?
only at 300. 2022.
Yeah.
Yeah, they don't have anything. Yeah, so that's a no. Yeah, it's not happening.
Oh, well.
We tried.
But that was it, guys.
We failed.
We
Yeah,
tried.
that was it.
Might be the same car.
Might
be.
They don't have anything.
Untested.
No, they don't have anything up that high in model year. So with the Chrysler,
At that point,
the Pacific, let's see. So the Pacific go. Let's see, 2021.
no, it's 2021.
So I'm just saying that the highest that goes up to is a 2021.
Correct.
So
And like Ada said, it might not be tested
That's
yet,
so,
but
similar.
but it does look like the dash kit for that car. So
what's
the
the
pack
dash
one.
kit?
It's
Pack
So
PA1.
yeah, so here's the PAC1 pack one. So if you have that generic dash, you could do something like this.
Right.
But this only goes up to 2021. It doesn't go up to 2024. So it could be like there is a
Different harness.
well, I mean, here's a module of some kind that it needs to do. So I'm guessing if they're not listing it, then they're not listing it for a reason.
Somebody has to verify.
Untested. Could be untested. I mean,
That's what I'm saying. Somebody have to.
it could be. It could be. Can you show me pack cards? Pack offers nothing for that.
Nope.
Jesus
Yeah.
Christ, Rob.
I mean, I gotta be honest. It's a pretty sweet minivan.
They ride
Like
nice.
I would totally. It's the Cadillac of minivans.
They ride nice.
I rented one, and I was like, dude.
Can we buy one?
I mean, I'm not getting rid of my car, but I mean, it was.
No, just buy one. Remove the seats.
Oh, dude, it was so nice. God, it was so nice
10,
to travel.
15s.
We folded half the seats down. Oh, it was so nice. It was great. We drove the shit out of it in Tennessee. Anyways, pack-audio.com. Like I said, go to those places. You might be able to find some stuff. But the closest thing to it is going to be the iData, but they don't go up that high. I mean, you could always call them and find out if it is a matter of they changed some stuff. But yeah, that's going to be as good as you're going to get on that. What is your preferred method of reconnecting cut aluminum wires in a Toyota Tundra or any cars with aluminum wiring? Solder wicked up and fell off the wire. Correct.
Yep.
I ended up butt connecting to get it done.
Butt connecting would be the correct method.
Butt connecting would be the only method because you're never going to solder that. No. So butt connector is fine.
They have these butt connectors they have like a heat shrink on the sides.
No, those don't have. Well,
no. It's just a regular butt connector.
Yeah, like the marine
yes,
connector.
Correct. Yes. But then you just kind of seal it and it just shrinks.
Or you could get the uninsulated butt connectors and do the adhesive line heat shrink.
Correct. That one too.
The adhesive heat shrink.
It's on the bottom.
The adhesive heat shrink is important.
We have them.
Oh, marine.
Yeah, marine.
There you go.
Yeah, that's what I was talking.
You want to keep the humidity out of the aluminum wire.
Grab the big one, even though this is not what you would use. One of these. So it looks like a normal butt connector, but see how these are longer? So these, this is for a 10 gauge, so you would be using this, but you'd put it on. The other thing you can do too, which my preferred method.
That's what Chris said.
Yeah, the uninsulated butt connectors with the adhesive heat shrink. Yeah.
So I like to see. I don't use butt connectors all enough. When I do, I want to see everything. So this is an uninsulated butt connector, which is consequently what is inside of an insulated butt connector. Yep. If you feel like cutting it off, and then exactly like you said.
Aluminum solder.
Huh?
Aluminum solder.
Sure. Why? There's no reason to. It's a car.
I don't know, man.
If Ada says it has to be right?
It's trash.
It's trash.
It's trash. It's just trash. One of my guys has some solid works. Yeah, I mean, it's not like you can't, but a butt connector.
I mean, it's a lot of things you can do, right? So you just...
There's more than one way to skin a cat. Agreed.
No, there isn't. There's only one way to skin a cat. Have you ever done it? It's disgusting.
I'm a butcher.
Yeah, it's gross. There's only one way to do it, man. You know that. There's only one way to skin a cat. There's only one way. It's so gross. Ugh. Yeah. Hold on. What does it say? I have a connection kit to do installs, but what is the best way to make a good connection at the battery? I mean, ring terminal.
Yeah.
Is that what we're talking about? Or are we talking about like nut and bolt?
Now, at the battery, you should use like 100% copper.
Well, I think that's what we were going to do. I think this is a different question from a different person. But what I'm saying is that, I mean, a ring terminal is typically what you put at the battery.
Yeah.
As far as where to connect it, you just have to pay attention. You want to make sure, like a lot of these cars now have all these cool battery distribution centers. And some of it is awfully appealing.
I like them.
No, you don't. You hate them. Because it's like, and I've seen people use the fuses, because some of those have extra fuses on them. Mm-hmm. And it's like, to me, it's like, no, because you got to buy a $30 fuse when they blow the fuse. So you want to make sure when connecting to a battery, you go to the bolt that is actually holding the battery in place. And we had it the other day on, what Ford was that came in?
The F-150?
Was it the F-150?
I think so.
The one I had to, I don't remember.
I don't know.
I had to tighten it up. Yeah. It was loose and it was, oh no, that was the Bronco. It was the Bronco.
That was the Bronco, yeah.
So what you run into is on the Mustang does it, Bronco apparently does it, is you have the pin that goes, so you have the battery clamp, you have the pin that goes through it, and there's two like triangles, and as you tighten up, the triangles pull apart. They powder coat them black. Okay, so what you have to do is you have to file off all the powder coating. Otherwise, you're not going to make a good connection to the battery. we found that out the hard way, of course, many years ago when we were doing it, and we're like, why am I only getting 9 volts back here? What the hell's going on? Because it was powder coated. So now we have to sit there and we clean the whole. I'm sure they sell a silver one on Amazon. It'll be way easier.
You can't just go to the fuse box with from the main wire that's coming off the.
No, because the Mustang is a solid, just a thing that
it's
comes
just
up.
a clamp, and there's a bar that goes in the metal. So all of that is powder coated, and it
takes 5 minutes to clear the powder.
Just remove it.
But you'll see it next time you do a Mustang, and you'll see that because they have those 2 big come into them. There's really no other bolts.
I go to the fuse box outside that has the wires that kind of drape down.
Yeah, I would never do that.
I bring it into the main line, the one that comes off the battery. No?
No. Oh. I'm picky. It's battery wire. My wire is we're friends now. Battery and wire are friends. I can never do that.
Now, some of these batteries,
but
it has the main bolt is like a shape. So when you're trying to screw it in, it doesn't tight really well because the nut is like
words
this.
Have never been spoken.
So you just gotta.
Yes, for sure.
Yeah.
I'm the shadiest of trees. Yes, Fang. We're going. We go to 10 minutes after, so we can make up because we did the clean wire stuff at the beginning. We want to make sure we get a full hour of Q&A for you guys. Hey, that's it. Chris, thank you so much for coming and stopping by and hanging out with us today.
Thank you.
And of course, staying to be berated on the show. We'd like to thank the sponsors, Thinkware Dash Cams, Focal, Moscone Gladen, Audio Control, and of course, our good friends at Arc Audio. Without them and without you, the show would not happen. So thank you also for spending your time with us and giving us an hour of your time to allow us to play reindeer games. That's one. That was a good movie, right?
Reindeer game's pretty good.
Yeah. But yeah, that's it. That's all we got. For those of you at the beginning of the show, you know what we're talking about.
Thank you, guys.
You guys have a great rest of your week. If you'd like to see more or have your questions answered during the week, tune in on Instagram where we do 5 minutes of 5-star, where we go on and show you what's happening in the Bay and take some questions if we have time.
Are you going to be awake?
Always fun. I'm going to bed as soon as this is over. Right here on the floor, just passing out. You guys have fun.
Bye, guys.
See you later next time.